Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here, as the recording of this Wednesday, July 9th, 2025. Not sure if you can see it in the reflection of my glasses or my hotel room window, but the balloon is up once again. I will not be going on it because I have a flight to catch. Let me spin this around. Disneyland Paris over there, the Studios Park over there, Disney Village, going to walk through, connect with a train, go to the airport where I have booked a flight through Delta, but it is affiliated with Air France, so I will be flying on my first plane via Air France. Welcome everyone. I think I might have already said that. I'm inviting you to join me. It's a travel day. I'm going home, direct flight, no connections. Doesn't take off till later in the afternoon, 5 p.m. France time. And then I think I get home 11:30 p.m. Florida time. It's a long flight, but I gained some hours going that direction. I'm inviting you to join me. Let's have a flight day. Shall you? Got my bags all packed up. Ready to rock. Heading out. Now you have to go through security, a little checkpoint, before going into Disney Village, which means I have to take my luggage in there. But they're used to it because people take the train in and out from the airport all the time. I've seen tons of people the last few days walking around shopping district with their luggage. And this takes bag check to a whole other level. Get luggage checked just to go into the shopping area. Piece of cake. They roll it through something similar to what they have at the airport. A little less stressful than the airport though. Also, since yesterday, this wall has popped up for construction. This wall was not here the time I've been here. So taking this route around, gonna go to my usual Starbucks here at the Village, Disney Village. Grab a cup of coffee. I am in no rush whatsoever. Just taking my sweet time and just gonna eventually take the train. I took a taxi from the Eiffel Tower when I was in Paris proper, close to the Eiffel Tower area. Took a taxi over here. It was about an hour taxi ride, but this should only be about maybe a 15-minute train ride over to the airport. The airport's really close to Disney, closer than the Eiffel Tower is, considerably closer than the Eiffel Tower is. So just a quick little, maybe 1-2 stop train ride. It might only be one. It's a quick one from what I was looking up. Really interesting, as I was exiting off of Disney property to the train station property, soon as you pop onto the train station property, there's just a bunch of people around asking to buy your leftover tickets if you're not using. As soon as you exit out the gates, as soon as anyone walks out, they're trying to grab those leftover tickets. I mean, as soon as I walked out of there, it was... Didn't have any though. I used all my tickets. All right, heading in to the train station. So far, so good. Chessy, I think that's the name of the town. Chessy. Right here at the train station closest to Disneyland Paris.
Then he said...
It's 12:16 right now, but evidently the train that goes to the airport doesn't leave till 12:51 now. And this says 25 minutes prior to that is when they'll say platform number will be displayed 25 minutes for departure time. So it's not what I was thinking was going to be a continuous train. I guess it's just every hour or so. Cost was 26 euros, only a 10-minute commute, leaving at 12:51, arriving at 13:01, which should be 1:01. But it does not leave for a little while. So the first step in waiting begins. But I'm already in here, so there's no reason to really grab a taxi or anything, so I'll wait it out. Got plenty of time. My flight doesn't take off till 5. This one train that's sitting here isn't even moving. There's also this Disney Express, which is a bus. I'm taking the train. Already bought my ticket. Do not let go of your balloon on the platform. You might cause a short circuit. Hold it when you're inside the station. If you let go of your balloon, you might see Mr. Johnny 5. That's a deep cut. It was a movie from the 80s. Filmed in Astoria, Oregon. Same as the Goonies. I'm a long way from Astoria, Oregon right now. I hope I'm getting on the right train. I think so. I think I am. Alright, I asked one of the employees. This is not my train. Mine is the very next one. We're pulling into the station momentarily. This is not a subway in any way, shape, or form. This is a full-on train.
Initialement prévu au départ à 13h21 pour la destination de l'île Flandre. Vos TGV nous sont annoncés avec un retard d'environ 1h10. En effet, les conditions de départ n'étaient pas réunies en gare de Marseille-Saint-Charles.
In all honesty, probably taking the Disney bus, the Disney Express bus, or taxi, Uber, or rideshare. Would have been way quicker than this, but it's all about the experience. I'm in it to win it. And I have plenty of time. It's 12:46 right now. My flight doesn't leave till 5. But imagine the airport. It won't take too long to get through checkpoints and all that. Car 3, which I think might be this last car. Standard ticket was €24. The first class ticket was 26. It's only a 10-minute ride, but wait, this isn't car 3. I don't know where I'm going. This is car 2. I'm confused. All right, I'm halfway certain I'm in the right seat. It's only a 10-minute ride, so. This thing's quiet. Except for someone's phone notification. Miles per hour. 138 now. To the airport. I'm at the airport. That is a rather large departure board right there. See MCO on the thing, Orlando. Goodness gracious me, I'll just check the app. Oh, you can look at it by time. Mine is 5:05 p.m. is the departure. I'm not even seeing it on there. I'll see it on there. There's Atlanta. Now I realize why. It's a little too early. 3:45. Well, actually, go back to Amsterdam if I want to at 4:25. So I'm looking for the 1700 hour marker, which hasn't shown up on here yet. But my app says Aerogar, second terminal, gate E. Taken to mean this, 2E. Plenty of time if I'm going the wrong way. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. More than enough time. There it is. All the way over here. Second from the bottom. 5:05, also known as 17:05. Air France. Never flown Air France before. Also cannot check in online because it has to do with the passport. So got to go either to the Delta desk or the Air France desk. I booked it through Delta, but I'm flying Air France. That's who they're using. All right, had to show up over here to the US Air France business line, check my passport, and then they can print me out a boarding pass. All right, I've shown my passport twice already. Now I got to show it again. They put a little sticker on the back. I've been getting my passport stamped on the inside quite a bit. I'm also getting these stickers. This is today's sticker there. And now I'm not even checking bags. I'm only doing carry-on, but you still got to wait in this line to get your paper pass. All right, it's a good thing I got here early because Air France does not have my ticket number. So I was instructed to go back over to the Delta and tell them what happened. It was on the phone with the supervisor for like 5 minutes. Well, probably more like 10 minutes. And they said, can't do anything for you. You got to go back over to Delta. So I'm heading back over to the Delta. Delta originally told me to go to the Air France. Now I'm being told to go back to Delta. All right, this is turning into quite the conundrum, quite the mess. Now I'm in a different line. This is turning into a lengthy process. Right now it's already 2:15 p.m. All right, just to show what's on my Delta app. There's the confirmed 8L was my seat, 5:05 departure, flight number, etc. For whatever reason, something got screwed up either with Delta or Air France. But after some different gate agents bouncing back and forth between Air France and Delta, they made a couple calls and I have a seat. It's now 2:25. It's not my original seat, and I don't think it's going to be a window seat, but it is in the same seat section that I originally paid for, so I am not complaining. I was kind of worried I wasn't going to be getting on this plane. I was starting to get a little stressed. I've never seen this before. There's an under and over 18 line. There's also a line for which country's passport you have. So I had to go through another line. Am I supposed to just manually scan this in? Also, there's a weight limit for the bags. I think the seat section I'm in, I think I overrided that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going through a passport check now. I've shown my passport about 7 times already with the gate agents, but now I'm about to show it at customs. So if you're flying economy, this bag would have to be checked on and not carry on. But they're letting me take it on based on the ticket that I bought. All right, I now have another passport stamp for France, and I have been directed to go over to the L gates, L46. This is turning into a whole process. Little transportation train, monorail S type of train, and it is now 2:45 p.m.
Pour votre sécurité, nous vous recommandons de
So glad I got here early. So glad I got. If this was a couple hours from now, I would be stressing so hard.
Prochain arrêt, terminal 2E, porte L. Assurez-vous de ne pas oublier vos bagages.
Next stop, Terminal 2E.
It's all part of the experience. Also said they have no Delta lounge here, but they said I could use the Air France lounge. Pop in and get another coffee. I could really use another coffee. I don't smoke, so the next equivalent would be a cigarette or a situation like that, but coffee sounds pretty good now that the stress level. And I've gone through security, gone through customs, got my passport stamped, got the new seat assignment. Whew. It's all good now. Punctuality is their priority. Air France. Present yourself at the gate at the boarding time. Oh, I will. I got plenty of time. Still got, what, 2 hours before the flight takes off? What is this? Another checkpoint? Oh, it's bag check. Forgot about bag check. Went through customs, got the ticket, went through Delta, Air France, back to Delta, through the passport stamp, and now bag check. That was the easiest part of the day so far, was going through there. Looking for L46. There's also a salon lounge. That's the Air France lounge. I'll find that as well. All right, this is the Air France lounge. Very nice. Got a little espresso coffee machine over here. Also some little complimentary beverages down there. Some orange juice, some soda, some apple juice. Ooh, got some tea. I have been on a tea kick lately since I went to England. In fact, I ordered, at the hotel this morning, I ordered it on Amazon to be delivered tomorrow when I get home tomorrow. Well, I'm getting home tonight, but tomorrow I have a kettle arriving. And I drink a lot of coffee, but sometimes when I'm just hanging out at the house, I don't want to drink coffee all day. So I could do the tea thing. I might actually just make a nice little tea here. What do you think? That's the tea options. Yeah. I kind of like the tea thing. I mean, I like a good piping hot caffeinated beverage, but I also like a scalding hot kettled tea. This is like a vanilla flavor to it. Look at this. It's Paris tea. Yeah, just give me a little hot water there. I'll put a little tea bag in there. A little soothing. I think I might need to hit it one more time. Give it an extra dose of the water. It might spill over, but get a little full. That's all I need. That's all I need. That's some scalding water right there. Now for a tea bag. I think I'll go with this one. I'll go with the vanilla one. They got all kind of stuff in here. Some charcuterie items. It's like some milk, some OJ, some pasta salads, all kind of cooked items as well. And then over here, we got more little sodas, bread items, pastries, regular coffee, cornucopia, my energy drink down there. I'm just sticking with this. It's already starting to get all nice and coffee flavored. Look at that cake right there, or a piece of pie. And even more items over here. What is this? A little pastry of some sort, more bread. Oh, there's some little pretzels right here, and you get a pretty good view out the window at the main thoroughfares, on ramps, and I think that's even that's the. There you go. There's the control tower over there. All right, leaving the lounge, headed to my gate. Plane takes off in an hour. L46. There's an elevator that goes to the lounge and then down to the gates. The gift shop. Ooh, there's some Air Paris souvenirs over here. Maybe I get myself an Air Paris souvenir again. I've never flown this airline before. Maybe they'll have like a little Air France magnet. I mean, a little impulse buy line to see if they have packs of gum. They do have some little plushy macaroons and a plushy baguette right there. That's really cute. €14 for that. Look at that little plushy baguette. Alright, I purchased a few items. Free dent gum, Hollywood style gum, and also Hollywood style gum. This is like a mint, and this is like a citrus. Also, you have to show either your boarding pass or your passport before you purchase anything in the store, even though you've already gone through the checkpoints. They won't sell you anything unless you show either one of those, even though you're already in here. Interesting. Heading over to L46. This is L42. But there is the airliner. Same type I'm going to be going on. I have never flown Air France before. We'll see how the experience is. So far the experience has not been good today, but they got it all rectified, but I don't believe that had anything to do with Delta or Air France. I think it was just a weird glitch. Got it rectified. But if I would have got here 2 hours early instead of 4 or 5 hours early, I would have, I would have been dramatically stressing, because it would have been crunch time. I would have been running to get on the plane. Running. There's L44. It's going over to L46, which is the next one. Look at these. Look at this queue set up here. They're expecting a lot of people in 44 later. Oh dang, it looks like they're already boarding. Alright, I went up to the gate. The thing did not scan correctly, so I went to the gate agent. She kind of looked very confused. I thought they were going to say, oh no, you can't get on this flight. I said, yeah, 9H was the seat, or 9D was the seat. I said, do you have a window seat? She said, no. And then she tore up the boarding pass and gave me another boarding pass, which I think has a different number, which I think might be a window seat. Very confused, but I'm getting on this. The seat that's on my boarding pass is 7H. So I've had 3 seat assignments since the original one that, for whatever reason, was not working correctly. Just, this is a time, but at least I'm getting on this thing. I'm going home. Clear a path. I'm going home.
Nous vous prions de ranger votre valise dans les coffres. En cabine premium et économie, les accessoires et les bagages de petit format peuvent être placés sous le siège devant vous. Les essieux de secours doivent rester dégagés. Il est interdit de fumer. La cigarette électronique n'est pas autorisée. Elle doit être éteinte et conservée sur vous. Les pleins de carburant sont en cours. Pour cette raison, veuillez laisser votre ceinture détachée. Orlando.
9 hours and 50-minute flight. I indeed do have an aisle seat. Blanket.
Smoking is
Little
prohibited.
pillow.
E-cigarettes are not permitted. They must be switched off and kept on.
And if I had something to hang up, I have a coat hanger. Also got these little seats, or these little footsies.
Rangez vos valises cabines dans les coffres. En cabine premium et économie, les accessoires et bagages de petit format peuvent être placés sous le siège devant la cigarette électronique n'est pas autorisée.
This is also a lay-down seat, so I'll be able to maybe get a couple hours of shut-eye, which would be nice. This is the little mechanism that lays the seat down. Look at this, the lake completely flat. 9 hours, 50 minutes. I am super excited that I got on this flight.
Gentlemen, good afternoon, Captain. My name is Robert. I'm pleased to welcome you aboard the 757 Air France to Orlando with me, fly like David Beton and Simon to the cruise under the lead of Madame Duré.
Little Air France pin. Something to put over your eyes, get a little 40 winks.
It takes 8 hours and 35 minutes to join Orlando today. Pretty good country flight all the way. In Orlando, the weather is expected to be nice. Some thunderstorm a bit more north of Florida. Temperature is expected to be 29 degrees Celsius, which is 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you for flying Air France today. I wish you a very pleasant flight.
A little door right here. Got some headphones. So heavy on water. I'm gonna grab those headphones later, watch some movies. I love when they bring like really warm, hot towel you can wipe your hands and face off with. It's only hot for a few moments, so I gotta use it.
gentlemen and Captain. We were ready. Unfortunately, a group of teenagers did not show up for boarding with some checked-in luggage for security reasons. We have to offload this luggage. Probably a good 15 minutes will be necessary. With the short flight time that we have today, hopefully we should be very close from the scheduled time upon arrival. Thank you for your patience and your understanding.
A little bit of a delay. Something to do with teenagers' luggage. From what I could hear.
So we offloaded. We'll be departing in a few minutes. Thank you for your patience.
Alright, we're taking off. 35 minutes late, but not too bad. We'll probably make up for it on the flight. I am just excited to be actually on this plane. I really thought things were going to go awry, but I made it on. Sitting on an aisle seat. Got a seat nonetheless. I'm excited to get home. I'm pretty excited to get home. Been a little over 3 weeks. Alright, taking off. No window view, but you get the idea. Shaky. Takeoff time. Showing 8 hours and 42 minutes arrival upon takeoff to wheels down.
Soyez attentifs à la chute d'objets lors de l'ouverture des coffres à bagages. Nous vous informons que fumer dans les toilettes et porter atteinte au fonctionnement des détecteurs donnera suite à des poursuites. L'utilisation de la cigarette électronique.
Alright, I just took myself a little nap, maybe an hour nap. Put the bed down. It's now 6 hours and 42 minutes until arrival. Maybe a little more than an hour. That's caught an hour. Maybe more than an hour. They do serve a meal, but I just don't feel like eating, so just decided to get another water and a coffee. I think I'm going to watch a movie or two. Yeah, I had a good little cat nap. Alright, I just finished watching the new Snow White. Disney Snow White came out this year. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I kind of enjoyed it. I definitely wouldn't say I loved it. I wish they would have stuck a little more to the original storyline of the film. But other than that, it was entertaining. I didn't hate it. It had some great moments in it. Had some not so great moments, but it had some great moments. It was entertaining. I feel like it's one of the movies that is good to watch on a long flight, because you're just kind of stuck in the seat, and it's something you might not give a chance. But when you have a long flight, you just throw it on and focus. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was not as bad as I expected. Alright, see what else I can find. just finished watching The Joker Part 2 with Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga. I did not dislike it as much as I thought I would. I'd heard really horrible reviews about it. There was a lot of things I enjoyed about it, but I will say maybe the last 30 minutes I didn't really care for. I also heard that it was a full musical, like the whole thing was a musical. I don't really think that's true either. I think there was a lot of musical moments. Most of them, we really don't know if they were dream sequences or not. There was a lot of singing in it, but I wouldn't really say it was a full musical. I also wouldn't say that I loved it. The first one was way better, but it was very unique. The cinematography was good. Acting was good. Very interesting film. I just didn't really care for the last 30 minutes of it. Other than that, though, I'm glad I watched it. Again, another movie I probably would not have watched if I wasn't on a plane. But I'm glad I did.
Medical assistance. If you're a doctor, please call make yourself known to a member of the cabin crew. Thank you.
Yeah, I watched an episode of that show, Ghost. It was pretty good. I watched more of it another time, but I watched the pilot episode. You cannot go wrong with Looney Tunes cartoons. These are not the old school ones, like the Mel Blanc era. These are a little newer. These are 2012. Well, not that 2012 is new, but look at some of the voice actors that are on here. Jim Cummings, Fred Armisen, Kristen Wiig. Yeah, nothing like some Looney Tunes. It's so irreverent and almost like unpolitically correct. It's so good. Jim Cummings, of course, does a lot of voices for Disney. Winnie the Pooh probably being the most popular.
Turbulence area, for your own safety, please keep your seatbelt fastened.
Il est prévu dans une trentaine de minutes. Les orages qui étaient au nord sont passés sur le terrain. De ce fait, la température a drastiquement chuté. Il fait encore 25 degrés néanmoins. Et quelques cellules orageuses à la proximité du terrain sont possibles, ce qui rendrait éventuellement notre approche légèrement turbulente. Oui, bien, sécurisez vos effets. effets personnels et assume les consignes de l'équipage. This will need in the next 30 minutes from now. The thunderstorm expected to be in the north of the field has been through the field, so the temperature dropped down to 25 degrees, which is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Some small cells are still in the vicinity of the field, so eventually the approach may be a little bit bumpy. So please pay specific attention to your small belongings.
Getting close. Getting close. I can feel it.
Bienvenue à Air Orlando, aéroport Orlando International. Il est 20h45 en heure locale. Vous pouvez dès à présent désactiver le mode avion. Votre ceinture de sécurité doit rester attachée jusqu'à l'extraction de la consigne.
9 p.m. Florida time, 3 a.m. Paris time. It's 3 a.m. in Paris, 9 p.m. here in Florida. It's interesting here before you go through, get your passport checked in Border Patrol, you have to get your checked on bags there. I'm just doing carry-on, so I can just walk over here before everybody else. Didn't realize that. So still trying to figure out exactly what happened with the original flight. So basically, a week or so ago, I changed it from flying out of London back over to MCO. I was going to go from Paris, take the train back over to London, then from London fly back. And then I realized that there are direct flights from Paris to MCO, so I changed it. And even though in the Delta app it corrected everything and had everything on there with the confirmation number, with the email, I even got an email this morning, or yesterday I should say, letting me know it was time to check in. Went to check in, wouldn't let me check in, said go to the gate. That was the whole conundrum today. But I've never had that happen before, where on the Delta app that I use all the time, get the points on there, been using them for about a year, pretty solidly. Had the issue like that where it actually really did show where I was supposed to be, but the airlines had no idea about it. So that was the issue earlier, as far as I can tell. But I made it to MCO, I made it to Orlando. I'm gonna grab an Uber and go home and sleep in my own bed. I'll see you in the next video. It's good to be back. It's good to be back, not only on US soil, but on US time. I had for 3 weeks, 3 solid weeks, actually a little more, maybe a day or two more than 3 weeks. I had been in a completely off-kilter time zone to where the jet lag, even though it went away after the first 4 or 5 days, 3 or 4 days, never really sunk in exactly. Like there was always like a little bit of unsinking inness. So it's good to be back for a little bit. I'm only here for 5 days. Yeah, 5 days-ish. And then I go to SoCal for Disneyland's 70th anniversary. Be there for a series of days. Then I come back here. And then next month, another country. I've done one country every month this year. And I'm continuing through December. So by the end of the year, I will have done 12 countries. Well, actually 13, because England, I did at the end of January, and I just did it. So it'll actually be 13. It'll be a baker's dozen. One every month, and then plus add England in there by the end of the year. And that's the goal. Then into next year, I'll probably change things up a little bit. Stay home for a couple months at a time, and then when I go to a country, maybe do an entire month or 2 months somewhere and bounce around. I'll change things up in 26, but for 25, stay in the course, and I'll see you in the next video. It's good to be home for a short while. The vlog is over. And I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of sun. It's going to be a lot warmer and hotter here than it was the last 3 weeks when I was out of the country. Bring it on. Bring it on. Well, for the next 5 days, bring it on anyway.